we are going to feature some beers that might be good to enjoy with cheese. Talked about the pairing of wines with cheeses, but traditionally, actually, farmers in Britain would produce cheese and eat it with beer, another thing that they would produce on their farms. A plowman's lunch, which consists of meat, cheese, and usually consumed with a nice beer in pubs across Britain, are a great way to enjoy cheese. What I've picked out today is a selection of different beers, light to dark. Lightest being probably Pacifico, made in Mexico. Really light. A lot of times you'll see it served with a lime or with a little bit of salt to accentuate that particular lightness in the beer. A really good cheese to enjoy with a light beer would be an American cheese, like a cheddar. With the lighter beers, the lighter style cheese works out really well with that. I've picked out a Rogue Ale, which is a Dead Man's Oregon beer. It's called Dead Guy Ale. It's a little bit darker in flavor. It's got a lot more hops to it, produced locally in Oregon. You'll see a lot of good beers coming out of Oregon and Washington, and also Northern California. This one, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, is a pale ale. A lot more hoppy, brown in color and flavor. A good one to enjoy with that might be a Gorgonzola cheese, or even a Colby cheese with a brown ale is a really good way to enjoy both beer and cheese. Sierra Nevada, really nice hoppy flavor, as I mentioned. Stella Artois, a Belgian-produced beer, lighter in color, a little bit more of a sharper bite to it. So you might look at a Gruyere to enjoy with that, which is a Swiss cheese, to kind of complement the bite of that particular cheese. And then Newcastle Brown Ale out of England, Northern England and Newcastle. This one has almost a sweet caramelization to it, so you might want to pair that with maybe a mascarpone, a really creamy cheese, to help with the sweetness of that particular cheese. Mascarpone, a great spreadable Italian cheese, really, really soft like a cream cheese, would go well with a Newcastle Nut Brown Ale. The sweetness is the thing that I find most in this particular beer. So you have an array, light to dark in beers. You also have some darker beers like a stout beer, Guinness, made in Ireland, a really good stout beer to enjoy with maybe, again, a feta would be good with stout beer. Also, possibly even Boursin. You could spread out, that's a nice spreadable cheese, got a lot of garlic and herbs throughout it, or a black peppercorn. A nice way to enjoy cheese and beer like the old farmers did in England.